Seriously? If you're betting horses and not watching these shows, you gotta be freaking crazy. Capiche?
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Knowledge. It isn't free. You gotta pay attention.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders' Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
All right, hello everyone. Here we are. We're going to do another week at Saratoga. We're going to try to hit that pick 5. First, let's do a review of everything of last week. Didn't hit the pick 5. No, we hit 3 out of 5. We struggled a little bit there. The whole day overall, if those who sent me emails, no, I did pretty good overall. I mean, I hit some exactas and some stuff like that, had some winners. I'm continuing to stay pretty hot overall at Saratoga. So we're just going to keep on striking the iron while it's hot. And just to let everyone know, next week I will not have a show out. So if you you remember, if you want to have my full card for this week, for Saratoga, please shoot me an email, and you just hit that over here. First, you hit the subscribe button down there, subscribe to our shows, hit the alert button, you get all the shows, and then you get hit the email right there when you need a question answered. Give me some ideas for the show, what do trainers do, or if you want my full card or anything like that, or if you're interested in getting into our racing syndication that we're starting, or pinhook syndication, shoot me an email and I will explain all that to you. We're keeping it at a decent price, so we can still get decent horses but not go over our budgets anyway. So we got a few, like I said, a few seats left, just a few now. But anyway, shoot me that email. I want to thank Race Lens for all the tools they give us for this show. So let's go in and let's try to tackle this hard Saratoga card. Very hard for this Saturday at Saratoga. So we're going to be taking some chances here and there. Even my full card, I got some horses here and there. So might as well take some chances when it's a hard card like that. So let's start off the 8th race. It's just an allowance race. There is a couple of stakes races on Saturday. We're just going to do the Jim Dandy. So first in this 8th race, it's a 6 furlongs. We're going to look at this one horse. Look at this horse. First of all, look at this horse. really caved in at the end last time. The time before that didn't run a lick. Matter of fact, I know people that probably walked faster than that horse in that turf race. He most likely just did not like the turf. So we'll forgive him on that. But the time before that, he did nothing. So this horse is going to really have to wake up for me to even think about doing anything. So right now, I'm not thinking about anything on this horse. So I'm taking a hard pass on this horse. This horse looks more like a high claiming level type of horse, but I could be wrong. But right now, not off of form. 2, horse has got some speed. Ran okay on both surfaces. Today they are going on the dirt. This horse is dropping in class just a little bit, but this horse has got tons of speed. It might be one of the horses to catch. And Irad's jumping aboard, which is a plus. You got to like that part. Irad in the last 10 starts, he's running 29% wins, plus 42 on the ROI percent. So he's pretty hot at Saratoga. So is his brother, Jose. They're battling it out for the first place, but I think right now Irad has the lead. So with that being said, I think this is one of the horses to beat in this race. So look out. And it's a major player. The 3, another horse that's got some serious talent. Last couple times didn't quite do so great, but I mean, it was right there. He fought in allowance races. He's now in allowance race again. And, this horse, I think, is a pressure type more than the 2. The 2 is more of the front. So this one might be right around there. And I think this horse is another major player in this race. You can't leave this horse out. George Weaver, he always puts those horses out. He has them fit all the time. And he's clicking at 21%, which is very nice. So I see this horse sitting second, maybe third at most around the turn. I think the 2 might be one of them that's going to be one of the chances of the leader. So I think this is a major player, so look out. The 4, another one with speed. Coming up here to Saratoga, he's jumping up in class, second time's Lasix, but this horse is doing everything right. You gotta like that. Jockey trainer combo are at 25%, so that's pretty nice. He's out of blame, so this horse could probably even hit turf later on. This might be a very nice turf horse. I like this horse. I think he could be dangerous. He's definitely a player. I don't know about a major player, but definitely got to throw him in your exotics. And look at him at 8. If he goes in double digits, you probably should pay attention to him just a little bit and see what's going on there and see how he looks at on the track. The 5, been running even overall the last 2 or 3 times this horse has ran. This horse has got to wake up. I mean, big time. This horse really needs to wake up. He's got a pressure type of style. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay up there. The positive part is Luis Saez will kind of push him up there. He's a strong rider, gets him out there. This jockey trainer combo, their ROI is at a plus 77. You got to like that. Plus, Luis Saez is riding very well at Saratoga. So I see this horse being a little dangerous, but he's cutting back in distance, which might help him. He should be conditioned. But for me, I'm taking a pass. 6, another one with the early speed. This might be your leader also with the 2. One of them is going to have lead. The other one's going to be sitting right off of it second, probably. The question is, this horse just broke its maiden. He just broke it. He's going up against winners. It's tough to do that. He might hang around for a while. Personally, I see him dropping back at the end. I think the 2 might be a little bit too much for him. but Santana is riding excellent once again at Saratoga. Santana is one of those riders that when he gets hot, you got to start betting on him, you know. And right now he's kind of on the hot side. His ROI in the last 10 days is plus 66%. Gotta like that. So player, yes, maybe for exotics on the bottom side, but that's about it for me. The 7. This is another pressure type horse. I just don't know how long this horse could be sitting up there with them before it gives out. So I say at best, this horse is going to go about 4 furlongs until he gives way. Here's the racing length. They're saying lay off up to 5 or more points in class rating. So his negative angle is because of his layoffs, which I could probably see that coming in the sprint, and especially at this level. So for me, I'm taking a pass. I mean, if you like him, then you probably should put him across the board because he's going to be a decent odds. But for me, I'm taking a pass. The 8, this horse doesn't know what it wants. See this horse, even if it does go out in front, it's not going to last long. Junior is a plus on there, riding for 52% ROI in the last 30 days. He's so doing, pretty hot right now. And negative angle is the second start after a layoff, out of the money the first time, big time out of the money, by the way. So I want to see improvement on this horse. This horse does have some kind of talent. I think they just need to figure it out what this horse is really capable of doing and then go for it. The 9, this horse could hang around and it has the talent to keep up with some of the best. Ran second in a small stakes about 6 races ago or so. And the horse last time out just ran pretty even overall. Katie Davis was aboard. Now they're throwing Jose on. This horse might see a little bit more action up front or closer to the front. Horses, they say on here early speed. I don't know. I think he could be a pressure type horse. I don't think he has to have the lead. I think he could be pressure type. He's got a shot at this, and I think you definitely want to throw him in your exotics because I think he's got that kind of talent. And that could sit right there pretty close and try to kick it in at the end. It's more of a late pace, come from behind. Katie's taking over. Katie's taking on this horse. She rode this horse last time. But I just think this horse is going to get up way too late. For me, I just think he needs at least 6.5 to 7 for this horse to do some kind of damage. So that's how I see the 8th race. Now, what we're going to check it all out. Here we go. All right. Well, I see in the beginning a lot of speed out there, the 2, 6, 7, 9, all of them up there. I see definitely the 2 for sure being really close to the pace. Midway, they still see 4, maybe possibly 5 horses. And the 4. I wouldn't push that. horse. I'm keeping the same factors that I've always been doing. All out track. Odds are that what they got here. They got a lot of them here today. This is a unusual. We're going to see a lot closer to that 7-2, if not lower. Now, like I said before we get going to the next race, everyone should hit the subscribe button once again. There we are. All right, here we go. Ten, which is the Jim Dandy, going a mile and an eighth. So basically, we're just going to try to break down this race. You got your favorites. You got horses that you set out there. Have your personal favorites. I'm not here to talk you off of it. I think this personally is an interesting race. I mean, the favorite is probably the horse to beat. Baeza, though, the number one horse, though, has been knocking on the door the last two times from the Kentucky Derby, which they had to wait till literally almost the last couple of days before the Derby. And then you got the Baeza. He was in the Belmont and finished third in both. Matter of fact, the horses finished first, second, and third in both Sovereignty, Journalism, and Baeza. Now, Journalism turned in a race last weekend, which I was on. Unbelievable race. Just unbelievable. Again, for the second time in a row for that horse. You know, well, not a second time, really. I'm sorry. He did an unbelievable race in the Preakness. Then I did an unbelievable race again. That horse is just he's just starting to do leaps and bounds. Now, is Sovereignty keeping up with him is the main question, right? And a lot of you guys all think, yeah, definitely. You know, he beat Journalism both times, right? Yes, you are correct. But is Journalism starting to figure some things out, maybe maturing a little bit better? Maybe. Okay? But I'm not going to take anything away from Sovereignty, and I'm not going to take anything away from Baeza, the number one here. I think he's got an excellent shot of winning this race. So, I mean, yes, it's the race overall. I mean, you can pick almost any one of these horses and probably have a great excuse. John Sheriff does not get the credit he deserves as a trainer. He's an excellent trainer out there in California. He gets horses ready. He takes his time with them, helps them develop. So you got Hector, the jockey. He's jumping back on him. He's a rider out west. He's a very good rider out there. If you look at his numbers, last 30 days, 24% wins, 25% in the last 10. And look at his ROI in the last 10. plus 60%. So this guy can ride. So I'm not going to put nothing down on him. Great combination. They do 24% wins. So jockey trainer, they do good together. So I think this horse has an excellent chance of winning, and especially at 3-1. I think you're going to see a little bit more, maybe 4-1, but because I think the favorite's going to be such a huge favorite. That's why. The 2, Sandman. Here's the one you scratch your head all day long about, right? And I've said this for Kentucky Derby. I watched this horse, and I watched the horse before the Derby, even in the Arkansas and the Rebel. The horse is always doing silly stuff, very immature, right? Goofy, doing this. There's one thing, one led to another. Mark Casse. Okay, first thing, I want to congratulate him on his 4,000th win out there. That's very hard to do. He's an excellent trainer, as you well know. You don't get the 4,000 by being mediocre. So he's just now putting on the blinkers. So to me, he never thought originally that that was a serious thing. He just the horse needed to get his mindset the right way. Now they're putting on the blinkers, maybe to help this horse concentrate a little bit better, which makes him dangerous. Jose is aboard. Jose rode him a couple of times. He already knows how this horse is goofy. He won the Arkansas Derby. He knows this horse is goofy, does certain things, he lugs, and all this other stuff, right? My question is the blinkers going to be the trick, because he's going up against tough dogs here. I wish they would have tried the blinkers probably on a softer setting maybe, but hey, I'm not going to question Mark. Okay, first things first. I'm not going to question the trainer. He believes in this horse here, which makes him super dangerous. Personally, I want to see a race of this horse with the blinkers. See, does it straighten him out, make him right? But I don't want to talk you off the horse if you like this horse a lot. Moplex, the number 3. Horse really good, ran a very good race. Franco takes back over the reins. This horse is probably going to most likely be the speed of the race. They got to catch this horse for the course. And with him being out in front, and if they let him be by himself, watch out. You might get a wire-to-wire victory. So he's not a pushover. He's not a throwout. I'm telling you, they got to keep him honest. Someone's got to stay within one length of this horse at all times. Don't let him go too slow, especially at the 6 furlong mark. If he hits probably high 112s, like 112.4, 113, if he hits that number, he's going to be very, very tough to catch, okay? He's going to be very tough to catch. At the half mile, if he hits 48 or even a 49, somewhere between there, very, very tough to catch, okay? So, can this horse win? Of course he can. This is now we're 3 for 3 of who could win this race, but he has to do it on the front end, okay? So remember that. Shot, you betcha he's got a shot, definitely. The 4, Hill Road, was kind of disappointing in that Belmont. Didn't quite run to what I thought he could do. Kind of disappointing myself. You watched that race. He just didn't run a lick at all. But then you got the top 3, Sovereignty, Journalism, Baeza, that went, 1, 2, 3, just like the Derby. But I thought this horse could at least be real close to them. And then if the horse would have finished 4th and looked like he was trying real hard, I would give him an excuse. But there was something wrong there. But Chad Brown, we can't question Chad Brown, right? He's got IRAD aboard. This horse is going to be a price. So you're getting Chad Brown at 12-1 or better, and you're getting IRAD at 12-1 or better. Most of us would say that's a dream, right? It could be a dream. Can this horse win? Yes. I personally think he's the least likely out of all 5. But once again, can he? Yeah, definitely can. I don't want to talk you off, especially if you like this horse. because he's going to be a nice price. So, but for me, pass. But I think he could hit the board. I do definitely think he could hit the board. He has a shot at that. Now we're going to talk about the favorite, Sovereignty. Can I say anything about this horse? This horse has done nothing but perfect running. Honestly, in the last 5 races, this horse, 6 races, this horse ran. Done excellent. So won the Derby, won the Belmont. People say he should have gone in the Preakness. No, I believe what Mott says. Mott resting for a reason. Mott knows what he's doing. I'll take that. Junior's still aboard, so we'll take that. Can this horse win? You betcha. Does he deserve to be the favorite in this race? You bet you again. 2 to 5 now. Now you're getting, I don't know. You're probably going to have to pay them to watch this horse run. I mean, honestly, this horse is going to be super short odds, definitely deserving. Can this horse be beat? Well, yeah, we've already said for sure 3, if not all 4 others can win this race. So, yeah, he could be beat. Yeah, he's had the time off. You could always use that as an excuse. Works, like I said, I don't put much in the times of the works. I just want to see pattern. He went to July 19th, July 12th. How did you do that? Okay, July 12th, July 4th. So June 27th. So that's not a bad pattern. It's really nice pattern. Mott doesn't put fast works in his horse anyway, so it's not even a deal. So it's whatever you like there, but I'm going to try to beat Sovereignty. I think that's how we're going to have to make money tomorrow. Saturday, excuse me. Because here's my here's my ticket. I'm going to put this on there, and we'll see what we can do. Here we go. 8th race. I like the 2, 3, 9, 4, and I'm going to do the exact 2, 3. So remember, the 8th race is the start of the pick 5. I'm going just too deep in that first leg. Doing the 2, 3. Second leg, which is race number 9, I'm going 5, 4, 10, 3. Third leg, which is race number 10, I'm going 1, 3. So I'm trying to beat Sovereignty with the 1 and the 3. Baeza and Moplex. That's what I'm going. I'm going with the speed horse out there, and Baeza be flying at the end, so I think Baeza could catch him. His Sovereignty right there. If he's close enough to the leader and he wins, he wins. This horse could beat me. He beats me. There's going to be no price there. Everyone's going to have Sovereignty in their pick 6 and pick 5 and pick 4. Everyone is. And probably rightfully so. I personally think if you're going to try to beat Sovereignty, that Saturday is the day to do it. So the 4th leg, which is race 11, I think that's super wide open. I'm taking 6 horses deep in there. So if I get past Sovereignty and I have that 1 and 3, I want to make sure I get some prices or at least have something there else go in there. I'm going 1, 9, 6, 3, 4, 2. 4, 5, excuse me. And then in the last leg, which is the 5th leg, which would be race number 12, I'm taking all 4 of my horses, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the key is that, I beat Sovereignty. That's pretty much it. That is the whole key, and I'm going for it. If you think Sovereignty cannot be beat, then you better single that horse. But it's not going to be worth your while to take Sovereignty and another horse because you're doubling your ticket automatically, no matter what you're playing. Pick 4, pick 5, 6, 4. It doesn't matter. So that's how I would do it. Remember, once again, next week I will not have a show. I'm going to be on vacation. And then, like I said, we have a few seats left for our racing syndication, pin hooking one. Shoot me an email if you want the rest of the card. Shoot me an email if you have questions or concerns or anything about this show you would like to change or you want it done. Let me know. And so until then, let's go out there and have fun and get that money. So, see ya.
A dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into mischief.
Hi everybody, Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Often imitated, never duplicated. If you ain't smooth, you ain't never gonna be a smooth operator.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, head into the final furlong. Sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better.